I'm not even gonna lie to you. I just spent a good maybe 5 minutes trying to find my mic, not finding it, thinking it's probably under my bed, and I just pulled the other mic out because I'm not dealing with that. So, welcome to today's video. In this video, I decided that I'm going to do something different. It's something that I've put in my mind to do before, and I think I started to do it, and I think there is a video on here that I have done this, but it didn't go very well. By that I mean I didn't present it well and do it well. So, in this video, I have 3 library books because I've decided this year that I'm not going to do a lot of library books or purchasing of books and stuff because I have too many books and I need to read them. So, I decided that if I go to the library, I'm going to only pick up 3 books. And I say only 3 books because a lot of people are like, "What do you mean? 3 books is a lot." Usually I pick up like 6 to 10 books from the library, and then I don't read any of them. So I decided I'm going to pick 3 books from the library every time I do it. I think it's only going to be once a month that I do this, and then I'm going to make a video of it. So this is starting in March. It is March 15th, and we are going to be starting this right now. Um, like I said, I picked up 3 books. I'm going to show you the books as one would do for this video, and then we're going to decide which one we're going to start with, and we're going to start reading these books. And I have really high hopes for all 3 of these books, so I'm pretty sure I would like them. But let's just get started. So the first book I have on this is Sandwich by Catherine Newman. Um, by the way, I have no idea what these books are about, but this is not a book that I've seen many read, but this is a book that I think I saw it on Book of the Month. Did not get it because at the time that I saw it, I wasn't really a literary fiction reader. I think this is literary fiction, either literary or historical, whatever. But whatever it is, I was not in the mood for this type of book, and I was more of a romance reader. But now I'm more of a literary fiction reader. I'm more of a general fiction reader, historical fiction, all that jazz. So I picked up this one because I've been seeing it in the library, or I'd be seeing it on like Amazon when I'm looking at books, because of course, even though I'm not going to buy them, I'm still going to put them in a cart for me to get them when I do want to buy books. But I've been seeing this one and I decided to pick it up. I went to a new library. I went to my friend's library. It's over by her house. It's a really cute library, by the way. I might do, like, in the next one, I might pick out the books on video for you. But definitely going to be reading this one. And definitely excited to read this one as well because I've been seeing it so often and I just want to pick it up. Also, the cover's really pretty. Also, it's a really short book. So, I'm excited. I think I'm going to read the synopsis right now so we know what we're getting into. It says, from the beloved author of We All Want Impossible Things, a moving, hilarious story of a family summer vacation full of secrets, lunch, and learning to let go. For the past 2 decades, Rocky has looked forward to her family's yearly escape to Cape Cod. Their humble beach town rental has been the site of sweet memories, sunny days, great meals, and messes of all kinds. Sorry, I had to make sure my mic was on. Emotional, marital, and thanks to the cottage's ancient plumbing, septic too. This year's vacation with Rocky sandwiched between her half-grown kids and fully aging parents promises to be just as delightful as summers past, except perhaps for Rocky's hormonal bouts of rage and melancholy. Hello, menopause. Her body is changing, her life is too, and then a chain of events sends Rocky into the past, reliving both the tenderness and sorrow of a handful of long summers ago. It's one precious week, everything is in balance, everything is in flux, and when Rocky comes face to face with her family's history and future, she is forced to accept that she can no longer hide her secrets from the people she loves. That just sounds even more interesting. So, excited for that one. The next one we have is The Three Lives of Kate K by Kate Fagan. Um, this is a Reese's Book Club book. Oh, so is the next one. I have seen a couple people read this. No, I don't really know much about it at all because I don't really, I watch videos, but when like books come up that I've never really had on my radar. I don't really think much about them, but I've seen a couple people read this, and I saw it in the library. I have not seen this one in my library, which is crazy, but I've seen this one in the library, and I decided, you know what, we're gonna pick it up because it seems interesting. Um, in this Problusive and keenly observant debut novel, an anonymous best-selling author reveals the secrets from her past and why she's been on the run. Also, I have had such good luck in the past year with debut novels. For some reason, they've just been so good. So, I don't know. Kate Kay knows how to craft a story. As a writer of a best-selling book trilogy whose adaptation struck box office gold, she's one of the most successful authors of her generation. The thing is, Kate Kay doesn't exist. Her real identity has been a closely guarded secret, with only one other woman knowing the truth. That all changes when the actress from Kate Kay's movie adaptations, Rye Channing, asks to meet the writer behind the pen name. Kate feels an immediate connection with Rye, but is hesitant to reveal her true self. What follows leads Kate down the rabbit hole of her former life, still wondering all these years later if she made the right choice by running. An inventively told, edge of your seat read, The Three Lives of Kate Kay explores the complex relationships between women and the limits of ambition and the power that comes from embracing your story. That sounds like really interesting. Yeah, I'm excited. I also really like the lime on the cover. I don't know. Seems interesting. And then the last one is Romantic Comedy by Curtis Sittenfeld. I have seen people read this book as well, and it seems like it would be an enjoyable book for me. Um, yeah, let's read what the synopsis says. A comedy writer thinks she's sworn off love until a dreamy pop star flips the script on all her assumptions. A hilarious, observant, and deeply tender novel from the New York Times bestselling author of Eligible Roadham and Prep. Sally Mills is a sketch writer for The Night Owls, a late-night live comedy show that airs every Saturday. With a couple of heartbreaks under her belt, she's long abandoned the search for love, settling instead for the occasional hookup, career successes, and a close relationship with her stepfather to round out a satisfying life. But when Sally's friend and fellow writer Danny Horse begins dating Annabelle, a glamorous actress who guest hosted the show, he joins the not-so-exclusive group of talented but average-looking and even dorky men at the show, and in society at large who've gotten romantically involved with incredibly beautiful and accomplished women. Sally channels her annoyance into a sketch called The Danny Horse Rule, poking fun at this phenomenon while underscoring how unlikely it is that the reverse would ever happen for a woman. Enter Noah Brewster, I don't know why I said that weirdly, a pop music sensation with a reputation for dating models, who signed on as both host and musical guest for this week's show. Dazzled by his charms, Sally hits it off with Noah instantly, and as they collaborate on one sketch after another, she begins to wonder if there might actually be sparks flying. But this isn't a romantic comedy, it's real life, and in real life, someone like him would never date someone like her, right? With her keen observations and trademark ability to bring complex women to life on the page, Curtis Steinfeld explores the neurosis-inducing and heart-fluttering wonder of love while slyly dissecting the social rituals of romance and gender relations in the modern age. That sounds interesting. So it seems like it's like a romance, but also like general fiction. It's like women's fiction with a little tiny bit of romance in it. So sounds interesting, but those are the three books we'll be reading this week. I'm gonna pick out which one I'm gonna read first, and I'll see you when I have updates on that first book. Okay, I just made it to chapter 11. It's an Annie chapter. So, as of now, I'm 58 pages in. But as of now, all I'm seeing is, well, all there is really right now is two different perspectives. So it starts with Annie, which is back in like the early 2000s. So like it started in 1991 and it's going through the early 2000s of her when she is getting into acting, um, or KK as it is, getting into acting and with her friend Amanda, her best friend Amanda, and she's getting up and running into the world, but she thinks that maybe like her and Amanda have always done acting stuff together. They've always had roles together. They've always been like together through it all. And she's worried that she might not like get the like appreciation or everything she wants because she feels like she's backed up behind Amanda and it's more of an Amanda thing than a Annie thing. Sorry. Amanda calls her Annie and now I'm calling her Annie because of the audiobook. I was listening to the audiobook of this. But um in that she basically thinks that she's going to go off on her own and she's going to do certain things and she's going to like in synopsis write her own stuff and become like a screenwriter and stuff like that. So that's that. And then it moves into like a more like now perspective. Not really now. It's also like it's not now at all. Then it goes to Ryan's perspective. And I just finished a chapter where it's December 2006. Um, and Annie is in Boston, and then Ryan's in Los Angeles. Ryan, she's an actor starring like a lot of shows and everything, and basically, where we just got, she wants to meet Kate K because of Kate K's first book, her debut novel coming out, and she wants to basically, you know, understand one of the characters because they're both the characters. So Annie and Ryan are both gay. And so she was reading like Ryan was reading Kate K's first book and was like, "Whoa, this character is gay. I want to meet this author because I might like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna find another gay because this was written like it had personal experience. It wasn't written like it was like a made up thing. It was like the author had personal experience in this and wrote this." So that's where I'm at right now. Kate K just got to Annie's place, so that's where I'm at right now. I'm really enjoying this though. I'm not that far in, but I am pretty much no, I am having a pretty good time with this. I am enjoying this right now. I feel like I'm getting a lot of information, but not a lot of information at the same time. I feel like I'm getting just enough information that it keeps me grasped and keeps me wanting to turn the page to see what's happening in the other perspectives. And I think that's the thing with books like this that has multiple different perspectives. I know there's some people that don't like that because you feel lost in the story. It makes me want to go to the next chapter because it makes me like sitting there wanting to know more, and then the chapter feels like it ends like on a cliffhanger. Not necessarily for this one, but it makes it feel like it's ending on a cliffhanger, and you need to get back to that person chapter. This is more like a continuation of it, of what happened in the last one, which is like a cliffhanger and all that. But it feels like it's seamless, and it feels like it like connects. It kind of feels like there's two different people, two different worlds, but I have a feeling that they are going to like mean something to each other later and they're going to actually feel like connecting and stuff. Um or like the stories are going to line up and everything. I did see that after this chapter we're going to get a different perspective and a couple different perspectives. So I wonder what that's entailing, but as of now I am really enjoying this book and I'm just going to I might stop for tonight or I might read some more before bed. It's already 9:45 and I want to get early nights of sleep tonight, but I have to practice something and then I'm just going to probably read a little before bed and then go to sleep. But and then I'll continue reading tomorrow morning. And then technically it's Sunday right now, and this video should be going and be done by Friday, so I should technically be done with this book hopefully tomorrow night, if not like Tuesday morning or by Tuesday afternoon, so I can get through the other two books as well, because I don't know how fast I'm gonna read this book. It feels like it's really quick. Like, it feels like I'm getting through this book pretty quickly, and I'm just at the beginning, so that's good. But I'll see you when I have more updates. Yeah, that's it. I'm not even gonna joke with you. It's already Thursday, and I'm still on this book. I don't know what it is. Actually, I do know what it is. I'm bored out of my mind with this book. I'm like 50% of the way through right now. So I am halfway through the book. Oh, I'm a little more than halfway through the book, actually. Um, so I'm pretty far into the book. I'm page 161. However, this book is so boring right now. Like, all it really is right at this moment is Kate, Kay, and Ryan, and then Sydney doing her own thing, being really upset, and the past chapters of Amanda being really upset. Oh, actually, it's like past chapters. It feels like present chapters now. But like, this book is giving me nothing right now. Nothing. I'm not feeling anything right now. And I feel like that's what happened to me in the last book I read. Because I was reading Mixed Signals, and by the end of that book I felt absolutely nothing. I think I'm hitting into a reading slump, which is a problem. But I think I'm gonna, like, I don't want to say force, but I think I'm just gonna sit here and try to read the rest of this book, honestly, because I want to get this book done, and I think I might like one of the other two books a little better than this one for right now, but I think it's also because this one's acting. This has a lot of acting, like, stuff with it, and I'm just, like, not really in the mood for it. Acting's never really been a big thing for me. Also, we're getting a lot more of the, like, lesbian side of this, which I'm fine with. I'm perfectly fine with. I was expecting it, but I wasn't expecting it to be, like, basically the main thing. That's what I feel like. I feel like that's just the main thing of the story right now. So, that's my update, if you can even call it that. I don't really know much to say about this book. I'm going to try to read a bit of this, if not the entire thing. Um, and then we can finally move on, because, like I said, it's Thursday and we were supposed to finish this by this upcoming Sunday or Monday. So this video should be done by the end of spring break, but I fear it might not be because this book is taking me so long. Honestly, because I just don't feel like picking it up. Whenever I put it down, I'm not feeling like picking it up. When I'm in the story, I'm not really in the story. It's happened so many times that I've had to pick up the audiobook. I even put it on my Kindle. I got it on Libby, and I still don't want to read it. That's a problem. Yeah, I picked up the audiobook, put the audiobook on, and I only do that for books that I'm, like, usually either really bored with and just need another way to get it through with, so I can do other stuff and then just listen to the boring book, or two, because I'm really, really into the book right now, and then there's stuff I have to do and I have to read it at the same time, so I can get that book done as well, because I'm really excited to read it. This is number one. I'm really bored, so I had to put the audiobook on, and it's still boring for me. And I even got it on my Kindle so I can read it at night, so I can get finished with it. It's so boring right now. And this book is pretty highly rated, so I think it's just me right now, but I'm pretty bored. I'm gonna keep reading though, and hopefully I'll see you when I'm done, which hopefully is sometime tonight. I finally finished the book. It is 6:17. Um, that ending, I like the ending. The ending was worth me reading through this, but I finished it. Um, I don't know what I'm gonna rate it right now. I think I'll tell you all in a little bit when I figure it out. But for right now, I don't know what I'm gonna rate it. Mm, yeah, I think I just want to get on to the next book because this one, it felt really slow for me. I think that's what it was. Like the chapters were pretty short, but it felt slow for me. So I'm gonna pick the next book out of those two. I think it might be the shortest one. So I think it might be Sandwich. I'm gonna read next, and then I'll see you when I have first updates on that book and when I've decided on a rating for this one. Okay, so I'm at like 44%, not necessarily 50%, so it's not necessarily a halfway mark update, but close enough. And I forgot to give you like a um first thoughts update because I kind of just got into the book and I just kept reading because it's going really well. That's the good news. This book is going really, really well. I said it like there's bad news. There's not. Um, so basically, I read you the synopsis of this book before, but as of now, like I said, we're going through Rocky's life with her husband Nick and her children Willow and I kind of forgot her son's name, Jamie, and then Jamie's girlfriend Maya, and so we're just going through like them at the beach house right now. The chapter I just got to, I'm on chapter 16. I just hit chapter 16, and her parents are just now getting there, and I think it's already. I'm gonna keep looking at the book. I swear. I think it's already Thursday. No, it's Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. So we already hit Wednesday. This is going through like a whole week. So it's just like we went through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So now we're on Wednesday, and we're in the middle of Wednesday right now. But yeah, Rocky is going through menopause. No joke. I'm not going through menopause, so I don't know what it's like, but she's going through it, and I'm starting to realize what it's like for her. So there's this one quote that I wanted to say, but like I'm really enjoying this book so far. I read this, and I feel like when I get to the point where I have this, I as I'm reading this, I don't want it to happen, but I know it's going to. But this hit me, and I have to read it to you. It says, menopause feels like a slow leak. Thoughts leaking out of your head, flesh leaking out of your skin, fluid leaking out of your joints. You need a lube job. It's how you feel. Body work, whatever you need, it sounds like a mechanic might be required since something is seriously amiss with your head gasket. Like, I read that and I was like, so is that the gist of menopause? Because I don't want it to happen to me. But like, this book is so good. I'm flying through it. Like, the kids, Willa especially is so freaking funny. Like, she's 20. I think she's 20. She's 20 and her brother Jamie is 24. So she's 20 and she's hilarious. She is. They bring up stories from like the past. So like a lot of times like recently she woke up from like a nightmare because the night before like they were getting drunk and everything, and she woke up and she was having a nightmare, and after she woke up she looked over at her husband and he was like mad. So she was like, "Are we having a fight?" And he was like, "Yes." And then he was like she asked, she was like, "What is this fight about?" And then Willow chimed in and said, "Male masculinity." And basically like she was like upset because he basically said, no, she said that he always thinks that he's smarter than her, and he was like, "I'm not smarter than you, by the way." And he was like really upset about it. And then she also like cursed out Jamie and everything, so she had to apologize to Jamie and stuff. But like it happened there, and then he was like, "I don't want to fight anymore." And then it brought her like where she was thinking about her past when they went to a couples counseling thing. And I just thought, like, I think this version of like where they bring up the past is a lot better for me in certain books. Like I think it works in this one. There's a lot of the times where like past chapters I really do like having those every once in a while, but like I think in this one, the way she's bringing up the past as things happen, I really like that because it keeps me into the story. So I'm really enjoying this book. It's a really short book, so I'm going to get through this really quickly. It's already Saturday, mind you, and I'm supposed to finish this video tomorrow, so Sunday, and it's already Saturday, and it's already 4:54, and I have to go pick up my friend soon because I'm making dinner, and I want her to eat over here because she, you know, is not a really healthy eater over at her own house. So I want her to come over here and eat. That's not saying anything bad. I love my friend, but so I'm gonna keep reading this though because it's so freaking good. It's so good. I know she wrote another book, so I'm definitely gonna want to read that book after I finish this one because like, oh, she has, I think she has two like nonfiction books. I'm gonna read like the We All Want Impossible Things. I think that's nonfiction. I don't know. I need to look, but I definitely want to read more books by her because her writing style is really good so far as well. I'm really enjoying it, and it's keeping me really captivated. Also, the chapters, while they might seem long, they actually feel really, really short, and they really, really like they're really quick, and it just makes me want to switch to the next page. Like I get to another chapter, and I want to just keep reading. When I put this book down, I'm actually thinking about this book. I'm actually thinking about wanting to pick this book back up. So I'm really enjoying this book. I'm just gonna keep reading because, like I said, I'm really enjoying it. But I'll see when I have more updates on this book and like when we're closer to the finish line. I'm here for my final piece of this vlog. Um, I'm going to say that sad to say I couldn't get into this one. I read like 19 pages and I just wasn't feeling it. So I think I'm going to just return this one back to the library, and if I'm feeling it later, then I will pick this one back up. But for now, I was not feeling this book. I think this is going to be a good book, though. I just wasn't feeling it at the time. Um, but in that, I did actually end up reading these two books, and I ended up thinking about this one for a while. It's already Sunday. No, it's already Monday, by the way. It's Monday, and I have to go to school tomorrow. But it's Monday, and I decided now, after thinking about this since I finished reading this, I'm gonna give this a 3 star. Um, it was good, but it wasn't bad either. It's just I felt nothing for this book, like I told you, and so that's gonna leave it at a 3 star. I think there's a lot of people that would like this book. I just happened to not be like I did like it. I just happened to not be one of those that loved it. This book, however, I'm giving a 4.25. This book is so, so, so good. Like, so good. Um, we get Rachel, who's Rocky, and then her husband and her two kids, and one of her kids' girlfriends, and yeah, and then mom and dad, her mom and dad. So I don't know, the family dynamic in here, lovely. Um, her going through menopause, honestly, I'm terrified for when I have to go through menopause, but yeah, no, this was good. I think this was short and sweet, but also very memorable. After I finish this book, I'm still thinking about this book. I think this would be a good beach read, like to read on the beach. I think this would be really good. Um, yeah, I love this. Also, remember when I said I was gonna read more books by this author, and I was sitting there, I was like, oh, I'm like probably read her backlist. This is a series, and she has another book, so I'm just gonna read that other book. But yeah, I'm wondering what the other book's about. Does it like continue on with this family? Is it a whole other family? I wonder. But I'm going to definitely read that book as well because this book was really good. I really enjoyed this. But like I said, I didn't end up reading this one. The bit that I did read, I feel like I don't know. I feel like the start of this book was just not it. Not it for me. So, that being said, I did only read like I said 19 pages of this book, so there wasn't much. Also, the fact that this book doesn't have chapters. It just has like days. So like you go through and it's like Monday's halfway through the page. And then that's where the next start of like the next day happens. But there's no chapters in this book. I realized that and I was like, yeah, I need some chapters right now. So like I said, I'll pick that one back up later. But that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Oh goodness. I hope you enjoyed me reading these books. If you did, please like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.